All right, so today we're going to take a look at a thruster. Shanna's going to model today and demonstrate exactly what a thruster is. So before I get into the details of the execution of this exercise, Shanna, why don't we have a look at what a thruster is? We'll do 3 repetitions. Awesome. All right, so there you go. It's a very systemic movement. And by systemic, what we mean is that it's using the whole system, or the whole body, if you will. All right, so what are we really looking at when we're looking at a thruster? We're looking at a combination of 2 exercises. One is a push press. Shanna, can you just crank that up for a second? So one is a push press, which is this. Yeah, good. And the other is a front squat, elbows up high, the bar's resting on the shelf that she has created. So now you have a front squat, keep going, and up into a push press. So when combined together, we have a thruster. All right, so let's start by how do we get the weight up to the shoulders? We're gonna do an exercise that's called the clean. And this is one exercise I certainly recommend you practice a lot, because a lot of exercises require that you clean the weight up onto your shoulders. So let's start with the clean. All right, so now she pops it up on her shoulders and she has to create a shelf that is not there. How is she gonna do that? By raising her elbows up. In doing so, she creates a shelf on her shoulder that the weight will sit and rest on, so much so that if she actually takes her hands away, as you can see, the weight is resting on her skeletal frame. So it doesn't require her to use any muscle at all. She gets to relax and let her skeletal frame support the weight. Perfect. All right, so what is she doing now? Well, the deeper she goes into her front squat, she's really got to maintain the elbow or the shelf, because otherwise if the elbows drop, that means she now has to support the weight using muscle, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to go into a full squat. That means her hip has to drop lower than her knees. From there, she's going to come up 3/4 of the way, come up a little higher, right about here. Now here she's going to start to accelerate a lot, much like she's trying to throw a basketball into a net really far away. Go ahead, jump it up. Yeah. Her wrists go from a bent position now as if she's punching straight into the ceiling to take the pressure off the wrist. As soon as the bar has passed the top of her head, she's now pushing her head forward. From a coaching point of view, I can see profile clearly her ears. She's gonna drop it back down to the shelf, and notice how she absorbed the weight. So she didn't just drop it and stay erect with her body, thus putting more pressure on her shoulder. She absorbs the weight, and then from there, she's now set to do yet another repetition. So go ahead and accelerate, strong punch to the top. Accelerate there, strong punch into the top. There you go. Awesome. All right, there you have your thruster.